My name's Pat Kale. I've been coming to Zion since 1991. I came to Zion through the invitation of a member from this church. He saw how unhappy I was and said, "I think you need to come to Zion. We have something to offer you." I didn't listen to him. Down the road a little ways, he asked me again, and I did come. And the day I walked in, I was hooked by the music in this wonderful, wonderful church. He was kind enough that he came and sat with me the first time to walk me through, because I wasn't Lutheran. I wasn't raised as Lutheran, so it was all new to me. I was raised in a church. I went to church from the time I was a little one. Mom made sure that we were in church every Sunday. I had the badge with the little markers that said how many years I had gone without missing a Sunday. Mom was probably my strongest influence as far as Christianity went. She lived it, she didn't teach it, every day in her life. Mom spent a lot of time with us talking about the Bible and reading Bible stories to us, teaching us the prayers that you learn as a child. I never felt in the church that I went to that I had any kind of personal God. Pretty much all my life I was unhappy, I was afraid a lot because of the home life that we had. I started to use things of different sorts to make me feel good. And they did for a short time, and then they quit making me feel good, they only made me feel worse. And I believe that it's part of the journey that I've had to do that, because that addictive behavior got me to a place where I met a group of people who understood how I feel, how I think, and they told me I didn't have to live that way anymore. They told me that I could take it one day at a time, and that there were people there who could help me to go through without having to use anything. My life then, growing up in my teen years and even adult, young adult, was unhappy, full of fear, always needing to know what was going to happen, planning for what was coming up, and everything I imagined was never good. It was always negative. After I met this group of people, I started to find a different way of life, and I started to depend on the higher power that they talked about. And after coming to Zion, I started to be able to call that higher power the God of my understanding. I started listening to Christian contemporary music in my car because it seemed to help me to understand. And today, I try to live one day at a time, asking God to direct my thoughts and my actions. And I find out that when I do that, it works out just fine. And I don't have to plan ahead for the future. I can look at it, but I don't live there, and I don't live in the past. I accept the past as what it was. And it's part of who I am, and it's part of my journey. And I can't wait to see what's next. When I put spirituality and God first in my life, everything works out just the way it's supposed to be. And it takes me to that next step of trusting Him with whatever happens today.